James is a splendid red engine who is very snobbish about many things. And he is very snobbish about one thing. Ow! Mind my paintwork. Of course. James had been working very hard with passenger trains, but one day the fat controller came to see him. As he was preparing to take another passenger train, Sir Chapman had arrived. James, I will need you to start working at a coal mine. You will be shunting trucks and hauling freight, and I want no complaints, okay? Yes, sir. Maybe, just maybe, then I'll give you a special. Ooh, goody. And James puffed away with the passenger train. The next day he moaned bitterly when he arrived at the coal yard. With that, he shunted the trucks next. I said trucks. Trucks next to a line where Fred and Rickety were. Oh, hello, Tweedledum and Tweedledummer. And where's your partner in crime? He's at the works again. Yes, he is. With that, James uncoupled and bashed into them. I want no nonsense, which is why I biffed you. Oh, we'll give you nonsense. As they were getting ready to biff James, there was suddenly a moaning. James was so startled he rushed forward, causing the trucks to biff. And when they tried pulling him back, and the moan was heard again, he rushed backwards, biffing them into the siding. And James rushed away. He refused to go the next day and the day after that. He claimed, I've seen a ghost. Maybe not seen it. I've heard a ghost. Finally, no one was available and James had to come back. With that, he coupled up to the trucks and then they went on. The trucks had been hearing all the strange noises during the nighttime and they were very scared too. But meanwhile, James was going down the line when... You go investigate, James. We'll stay back here. How can I go investigate? Suddenly they biffed James. James suddenly smashed into the rubble, moving piles and piles of it and breaking down the wall, revealing a door with a latch. The driver saw this, and the driver and fireman both came out. They heaved and hoed until they finally got the latch open and opened the doors. It was a strange door. It had two doors opening and then one flap being lowered down. And there, in the shed, were two engines peacefully snoring. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Woo! The doors were so old they tipped over. That was a good 50-year nap. Clive? James? Is that you? Neil! Wake up! It's James! Huh? James? Is that you? Yes. Huh. I did not know you two were back here. With that, I'll go get help. James puffed away. Harvey and Rocky were at the scene and began to clear away the rubble. Then James carefully I meant to say buffer, but I said bubber. James buffered up to Clive and carefully pulled him out. Oh, these wheels were not meant for rolling. Rubble had been cleared away, and two sidings that were old but firm enough. James shunted Clive into one of them, and then he pulled back to get one of the oldest engines of the S&M. In fact, the oldest of them. He buffered up and heaved and hoed. Ah, it feels so good to get out of that stuffy-faced place. And James had called Edward for a surprise. Edward didn't know, but when he arrived, he was flabbergasted. Clive? Neil! Edward! It's so good to see you, old friend. The pleasure is all mine. How did you find them, James? Well, you can also thank the trucks. I heard a weird moaning noise, and the trucks biffed me, and I crashed into it, revealing a door. My driver opened the doors and then lowered a latch that was like a rail. That was like a way to block the rail that just went down. So then it made a pair of tracks leading them to the shed. And then there was Clive and Neil. They were covered in dust, scratched, rusted, missing a few paints. Their funnels were crooked and filled with stones, but otherwise they were perfectly all right. How did you get in there? Oh, we'll tell you another time. But let's just say, when our railway closed down, the manager decided to make us useful at last and not get rid of us. Matthew, he was sold to the mainland. Actually a heritage railway. We don't know where he is now. It said that heritage railway went bankrupt. The most likely answer is scrap. We'll find him, said Edward. And with that, another eventful day on Sodor had passed by.